Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Shutter Stories Uncensored. I'm Marc, your host, and in this episode, we're going to talk about. I'm going to talk about this story first thing. Again, I was at the Ceres Courier office doing some work, and a scanner call came across for the Ceres Police, something about a possible bomb at the Ceres Police Station. So I walked over to the Ceres Fire Department, which was right next door to the Ceres Police Station, and had my scanner with me so I could hear what they were talking about. And it turns out that Officer Sullivan was dealing with a woman that drove up to the PD that she had something she wanted to report. And so Officer Sullivan went outside out front of the Ceres PD and to talk to this lady. And she goes to her trunk, unlocks the trunk, opens the trunk, pulls out some type of pipe. It was about so big, and it looked like a cylinder. Had some kind of attachment to the top of where the threads are on the top. And she said, "I think this is a bomb. I found it in my husband's shop." As she handed it to Officer Sullivan, and I know he probably soiled his underwear. I would have. I definitely would have. Man, that was pretty crazy. So he took it, sat it down on the concrete, had her move her car away from the front of the PD and wait with some other officers down the street. So I walked over to the Ceres Fire Department, and in the Sally Port there was a fire truck parked. So I went over to that fire truck and shot around it with my, with getting photos of the situation. They called their bomb squad to come out and take a look at it. And so while they're doing all that, and the bomb squad was with what they thought was a potential bomb, I got photos of the bomb techs working with the device, looking at it. They were going to take an X-ray of it and see what was maybe inside it, because it didn't look like it was a bomb to me. I didn't know. It was kind of weird. Could have been. So all this preparation and safety involved, because once somebody coins the phrase, it's a bomb, then you have to figure it's a bomb. Take all the precautions and do all that while you're dealing with the situation. Finally, the bomb tech determined it wasn't a bomb. It was just a propane cylinder. And I guess they found out that little coupling on top, that was something that that lady's husband rigged so he can refill those cylinders in his shop. So that was kind of cool, deal that he figured out how to do that. I guess he had rigged up one of those, like those propane big ones that they use for barbecues. And he, with a hose and a couple other attachments, he was able to figure out how he could refill his propane cylinders for welding and soldering. But that scared the heck out of everyone, right? It definitely had my attention. And I bet Officer Sullivan was really relieved after that. And which was a good, it was that was the best outcome that could have been, that it wasn't a bomb. But it was kind of dramatic until it wasn't, and yeah. So the next thing I want to talk about is about a DUI checkpoint. The Ceres Police would set up these DUI checkpoints every so often, every few months, and they'd pick different locations throughout the city of Ceres. And this night it was on Hatch Road, right out in front of was the Kmart and the Thrifties and all that, those little strip malls. And so they set up. I arrived out there, started getting photos of the cars coming through and the officers, talking with them about the if they had anything to drink, or all the stuff they always ask them. Handed out some literature to the drivers and kept flowing them through. So I got photos of that, of officers talking with the drivers, and then they found a driver that they think was impaired, the way he was acting, slurred speech, and smelled of alcohol. So they asked him to step out of the car. They moved the car to another spot so they can keep moving people through the DUI checkpoint, while they had him go through the sobriety check. All the things they do, touch your nose, stand on one foot, all those tests they have you do. So while they were doing that, I got behind the suspect while the officer was putting him through all those tests, and I got photos of the officer's face doing, showing them what they wanted him to do. And so that was my photos. I didn't want any frontal shots or face shots close up of the suspect's face, because at that time when I was taking the photos, it wasn't determined if he was DUI or not, and it was best not to show his face, really. So I got the photos I needed, and while I was waiting to get some more, maybe finding another DUI suspect, they decided to order pizzas while they're out there for everyone. So they ordered 6 pizzas from Domino's, and the officer in charge, who I knew, he said, "Mark, if you want pizza, just kick in $5 and you can have pizza with us." And I said, guys, I'm a journalist. I don't have $5 cash. And they all laughed. I said, "Okay, buddy, we got you then." And about 30 minutes later, when the pizza showed up, and Officer Hickabotham had 6 pizzas in his arms, 6 large pizzas, and he started walking towards the command area, and he was holding all 6 pizzas, and I started to grab my camera and lift it up, and all of a sudden Officer Hickabotham said, "Paulus, I wouldn't lift that camera any higher than you currently got it, buddy." And I laughed. I said, okay, I won't. And I wasn't going to take it for editorial use. I was going to take it to give to Hickenbotham later on. But he killed that whole idea. He was watching me close, I guess. But that was kind of a funny deal. Now, I think I want to work into these stories. I'm going to start maybe in a couple episodes. I'm trying to plan the flow, but I think I want to in my episodes, I want to do something serious that I covered, something kind of lighter, and maybe work in between, maybe work in a tip or trick I used as a photographer over the years, and how I kept honing my craft, as they say. So give me some thought, give me some comments, and let me know what your thoughts are on the whole thing and what I plan to do in maybe 2-3 episodes down the road. Yeah, when we hit episode 20, I'm going to make a short, kind of blow it up, make a big deal about it. I'm getting close to 3,000 subscribers, so once maybe we hit 3,000, I'll do some celebration there as well, create a celebration video. But let's keep the comments coming. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know if you need any help with a photography issue, if you want me to talk you through something, any ideas, anything you'd like to see on this channel, just keep them coming, man. I read every comment. I reply to every comment. So if you have questions for me, don't hesitate to ask, and I'll get those all done as well. All right, I think that's pretty much it for tonight, for this episode. All right, everyone, thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting the channel. If you're not a subscriber, definitely smash that subscribe button, smash the bell icon, and that way you won't miss any new episodes when they post. And I look forward to seeing everyone next episode. So everyone be safe out there.